No, I will. I appreciate that.
Mom. I haven't seen your mom since mom passed away.
Oh, right. Nice. I will take you up on that. Absolutely take you up on that.
So thank you to see her and spend some time with her.
Excellent. Great idea.
Thank you.
Man, I can't wait for carpeting.
I guess the floor works. So,
Good to see you guys.
we want
Thank
to
you.
thank you all for coming. It's been a very, very, very fulfilling day. We started out this morning by having members of the congregation. Some of them haven't left. Hey.
Some of us were late.
Here's to them. And saw the building and what we're planning on doing. And I know most of you kind of heard what we're planning on doing. So if you've heard it before, guess what? You're drinking my booze, you're going to hear it again. So some of the things that we plan on doing, and we did not anticipate having a gathering like this today. So we basically don't have a tablecloth. We're using curtains from the store and stuff like that, but it worked. But we did, thanks to Vinny and Tony and Melinda and Carson, who we all work here on Saturday to get this floor done, we're able to have a little gathering. So the concept that we have in mind, so first of all, people go, oh, why do you go to church? We were not looking for a church, and I tell people this all the time. This church found us. We didn't look for it. We have a beautiful home in California that we're selling. We have a wedding business, and I've been doing that over 10 years now. I host 24 weddings a year, and every year, knock on wood, I have to turn clients away because we only do 24. And if I did 44, it'd be booked, but I wouldn't have a life. And so we kind of made the decision. Michael works as a social worker. He runs the hospice and palliative program for 3 major hospitals. And he's had a very difficult time with COVID. Last year at this time, he lost about 100 of his patients. And so really that kind of prompted us to kind of downsize and to kind of enjoy life and downsize here. So Michael's mother lives in Industry, Pennsylvania, so we come to Pennsylvania quite frequently. And over a year and a half ago, we went to an antique store and I fell in love with it. And I said to Michael, we can buy this and move here. And he's like, really? I said, yeah, why not? And so we thought about buying that building. It didn't work out. And then I just said, it's God's way of telling us it's not time to go.
Right.
A couple months after that, at 2 o'clock in the morning, my friend that lives in Southern California, who has family in Egypt, and she was visiting her mother, and she sent me a text at 2 in the morning and said, I don't know where this building is, but it has your name written all over it. I opened it and I looked at it. I woke him up, 2 o'clock in the morning. He's like, what the hell are you waking me up? I said, look at this building that we're going to. And so the next morning, I showed him the building, and he goes, well, I have not been to Newcastle, but I've been to Youngstown. I know an organ player in Youngstown. And I've been to Boardman, and he goes, I heard Newcastle is really decent. We didn't know. And so I called Marianne, the agent, up, and I said, we're interested in the church, and she gave us the spiel about the church. 3 weeks later, we came and saw the church, and we said, we'll buy it. No inspection, nothing. And we bought it because we love this building. And so I thought it would be great to do another project. Our goal is we'll both retire at the end of the year and start another project. So I intend of creating a destination wedding business. And we're really going to focus on people from Texas, from Oklahoma, from California, people that want something different. And people do this all the time in Europe. There are people that buy these old chateaux in the middle of France, 4 hours away from Paris. And people go from all over the world to experience this. And so we're really going to go right up against those fabulous French chateaux, because I think we have it here in Newcastle. And I'm going to say, you don't have to get on a plane and go across the pond to a country that doesn't speak English. You can come to Newcastle and speak Pennsylvania in English. And
Still not understanding it.
it's Virgin. And so So the concept is, if John, if you decide to get married, you would call me up. You would call 25 to 30 of your best friends. Do you have 25 friends? You have 25 people you know?
Making a list. I'm already married.
No, but do you have 25 people that you know?
Sure.
That would come. No, I'm kidding. So you would call 25 or 30 people, and you would invite them. You would come here. You would check in on a Wednesday. You'd have Thursday to kind of hang out and tour the city. You'd have your rehearsal dinner on Friday. You'd have a wonderful wedding on Saturday. Nice brunch on Sunday. You leave Monday morning. Go back to where you came from. Get the hell out.
And you would accommodate all
It
the
would be
guests.
an all-inclusive.
That's great.
Everything would be included, and there would be stuff for them to do. Pittsburgh, Youngstown, stuff like that. So that's one aspect of the business, and then the beautiful sanctuary that we have, my vision is to rent that out to Netflix or one of these movie studios to shoot movies in here. Because, they're always looking for location.
Yeah.
And having a 5,000 square foot room, it's unbelievable. We also plan on offering the sanctuary to any nonprofit in the community that's not politically involved, to use this for fundraisers and so forth.
No.
And so that's one of the things that we're doing. We plan on putting 18 to 20 bedrooms in this property, including the basement and the second floor. 2 of those bedrooms will be earmarked. One of them will go for anyone that's in the church ministry or nonprofit organization anywhere. If they want to get away for 3 days, they can come here and stay absolutely free. And then the other bedroom will be used for anyone that has family members that's having treatment at the local hospital. If they need a place to stay, they can stay here absolutely free. So those are some of the things that we intend to do here at this location. And we're very grateful. Usually when you buy a building, the people that you buy the building from, they're like, let me block you, I don't want to hear anything from you. But Vinny, who was the caretaker of this building, has really been a right-hand person. If I can't find the breaker box, well, we still haven't found it yet, Vinny. If I can't find the gas shut off,
Yeah, I found that one.
we can call Vinny. If we need the boiler bled every week, Vinny's the person that comes and bleeds the boiler. And Vinny, these guys didn't know you have to do it on a weekly basis. Give them your number.
I took the little ladies are gone now. When I took them down to tell them what a great sauna
Yeah.
the building comes with. Stand right there and wait.
So thanks to Vinny and Tony and Melinda and Carson. They've just been wonderful helping us do all this project. I've been here for a little bit over 2 weeks now, and Michelle, you've been here before this. If you were here 2 weeks ago, there was nothing in this room. Well, there was lots of furniture.
There was lots of
but
stuff
there was
in the room.
carpeting on the floor, the walls were painted yucky color, there was fluorescent lighting, so all the chandeliers, all that stuff that you see we've done in the past 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks of ding, 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 and put in the floor. The flooring was done on Saturday, and
That's great.
so we had Laura, Melinda, and so I'm sure that some of you that went in the basement, you saw all the equipment and so forth. Laura, who's on her way, have an after-school program that she used to operate on the second floor. And when we bought the building, I said, look, you can stay here as long as you want, because we have no plans of using the basement immediately. Eventually we will, and then when we get to that point, we'll figure it out. But it'll be a while. So Laura has her after-school program in the basement, which I think is a wonderful program, and we're all for supporting the community. So that's kind of her spiel. This is Michael. So I'm here, my cameraman. And then the last thing, we will be launching a YouTube channel called This Old Church. And by the way, there are people that might go, what's the name? So the official name of the building is Stone Castle Abbey. And we've already had the bronze plate for the door, and I spoke to the city today about it, and they're like, we think it's wonderful. So that will be the official name. We'll launch a YouTube channel that's called This Old Church, and it will highlight and it'll show all the things that we're doing to this building. And whenever we have any events like this, wave, you guys will be on YouTube. And I think it will bring more interest to this community, and I think that's something that we all need. And I think if we do this right, there'll be more people like us that will come to Newcastle that will say, you know what? I can buy a building and I can create something. And so that's really the vision here. 5 years down the road, I'd like for other building that's vacant right now that somebody goes, gosh, you know, we could make something of this. And I guarantee you, if we get a Netflix or any movie studio to come and shoot one film here, I guarantee you they'll be back to shoot other films at other locations in the city. So it could be a win-win for the entire community. And that's it. Now eat.
Now, there's a show on YouTube that you should check out.
You should.
It's actually what we're basing it a lot. Everything that we're doing on has kind of been this inspiration of this young lady. It's called Dreaming of a Chateau.
No, it's
What is
called
it?
The Lawn.
The Lawn?
Chateau La Lawn.
La-
But you can just
Cha-
look up Dreaming
anyhow.
of the Chateau. There is several YouTube channels. There's one that's called Escape from the Chateau.
Hey, Michael's
And
not great.
it's all English. Bought a chateau.